I honestly love this hentai doujin called Between Us. It has like 36 chapters. I'm pretty sure. I'm currently looking at it right now, and I absolutely adore the art style. It's kind of questionable how people say, how do you read this shit without jerking off? And it's just like, come on, man, I'm really in it for just more of the story. I just love mostly just like with having story arcs, and then it's being like a webtoon type of way. I gotta dig it, and I do love a really good story that has, elements with sex in it, but it's just like, you can have sex and just make a really good fucking story, you know what I mean? Right. But anyways, yeah, Between Us, I honestly love it. It's one of my, man, I think I think I'm just rounding up like good list of just like hentai doujins, like at least top 5 for me, not the ones I would just, read and then masturbate, but just simply just read it because I just find the plots so enjoyable for myself that I would even watch it and not consider even jerking off. Like, I would read this without even fucking beating my dick, like that's how committed I am. Like, that's how I enjoy so much reading. Like, I don't think I would just beat my pee to it, you know what I mean, man? But that's just like a me thing. But Between Us is a really good doujin. It has 36 chapters currently, what I'm looking at, and hentai. Yeah, the about is, it's just a relationship between the MC and his really close childhood friend. Your standard typical thing, and they just go through series of events of how they were just, starting off as friends, and then the MC gets with another girl, and then later on, and then that girl tries to fuck with him, and then some other guy, and like the girl that the MC is fucking with, she also fucks with another guy, and all that stuff. It's not that much of a mess, but I find it to be so enjoyable because of like the strong bond that both the MC and his childhood friend, that she likes him. Like, they finally, I can't remember at the top of my head, it goes to the point like, oh, she caught him like having sex or whatever, and then they start fucking, and then it's just like complicated. They don't know if like they really love each other or not, because I think one of the chapters, like, they have drunk sex, that type of thing, so they don't know if they really mean towards each other. Well, not really, because the MC does love his childhood friend, and he sometimes wonder how they could just be friends and nothing more than that. And then with his childhood friend now realizing like she is developing feelings for our main character, and it's just like, I was just so excited to see that the main character is finally getting the love and attention that he deserves. And at the end of it all, they both work at the same company, by the way, so they live with each other, so that's how close they are with like being friends and everything. Like, they live with each other. His childhood friend lives with him, and they work together at like some office company, and they have there's elements of sex in there, and there is like passionate, and there's some with like the risky kind of sex, like the sex of like if you try to jerk off in the middle of like a board meeting or something without getting caught, some risky shit like that. And that's a little bit of spice to add into it. There's nothing wrong with adding a little bit of like that risk factor of like, oh my god, I gotta control myself before we get caught, that type of thing. I love the intention and how much like the MC is going all in with his childhood friend, even though he doesn't really give a fuck. He just loves her so much to death. And at the end of it all, it goes really satisfying with the MC being with his childhood friend, like being in a good relationship that he always wanted with her, and then the girl that the MC was fucking with finds a pretty nice guy for herself that he treats her like an actual woman instead of like a sex toy and everything. So that's really nice to see on her part, to see like, oh wow, she's being treated more as like a woman instead of like a whore or anything like that. So I like seeing all that cool stuff like that. But there is some a little bit of character development, which is nice. Good, love to see that and everything. And yeah, it's just really enjoyable just to read. The art design and everything, and the coloring and the saturation and all that stuff, and the character design, I love it so much. Like, it's really fucking good, and I just, you know, love seeing, you know, not only just the story but also looking at, you know, the characters and how they, you know, their design and everything. You know, this artist did a really good job making it like a really simple story that I love, and his art design or her art design, you know, whatever, they did really good in my opinion, and I just, you know, want to commend them for that, because they really did a really good job in my opinion. It's just, you know, Between Us is a good doujin. I do really enjoy reading it, like all of it. Like, I don't find that weird at all. But yeah, Between Us, really good in my opinion. I really want to like like there's so much more to read. Like, I would go to end hentai just to look for specific categories just like these ones, because they're just honestly they don't get enough appreciation, because some guys would just look at, you know, the hentai that they saw as a meme or some shit. Like, I do that too, but I just want to, you know, read a good plot storyline that has, you know, like sex in it, but, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, for me at least. But yeah, really enjoy it. I'll give it like a good solid like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Really good in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment sections Between Us, if you have watched or not watched it, read it or not, because I think it's a really good one in my personal opinion. But that's just me. Anyways guys, take care, have a good one, and yeah, later.